Okay, so this is my chameleon room setup and explanation, because a lot of people have asked me to show it, and on Instagram it's hard to do it all in 1 minute. So I have all 3 cages side by side, and I have curtains in between them so the chameleons can't see each other. You can kind of see that. On each cage I have a little dripper, I have a tube UVB, and then I use a clamp light. For the panthers, I have a 75-watt heat bulb. Inside, I use the ropes, pothos ivy. I have schefflera plants in some of them. And then I use the Exoterra dripping leaf with a bowl that I can pull the bowl out daily and clean, because otherwise it'll get disgusting. Your feeders will jump in it. You have to wipe the leaves off too. And I have tons of different levels of places for him to climb on, go to, all throughout the cage. And then I have 2 heads in here. I use the Miss King in all the cages. I've got one head over here and the other one over here, because with the Miss King I've never had any trouble with it, and I've had it for I guess a few years now, and I've heard there's other great ones too, but that one's the one I bought and I'm super happy with it. I have the cages on a table that has a hole in the middle, and then a bucket underneath for drainage, and then I pull the bucket out like once every couple weeks and empty the bucket with the water. That way the water just sprays, everything goes underneath, and then I have good drainage. So as far as my rope system, I obviously, this room is just for the chameleon, so I have ropes going everywhere. I have kind of a drawbridge thing. So this one, if I want to let Boris come out, I just quickly open his cage, and I have this one that I tie and untie right here, and it goes to this tree. And then I have a bunch of other ones affixed all over the room. You can see he's actually out right now. And that's how I do it with the other ones too. So then when I don't want him to know or think that he can come out, then I'll just quickly unknot it, pull it down, and then close his cage. So as far as, and I have this rope on my website at boristhechameleon.com if you want to buy this same exact rope. Their nails don't get stuck in it. It's really great. As far as putting the rope up, the way I found it best, because if you don't secure it properly, your chameleon is going to get on it, and then it's going to twist and he's going to fall over. I use 3 nails in each place, especially if you're not nailing it into a stud. So each place that I want to go into, I use 3 nails. And then I also use zip ties, and I zip tie it in a bunch of different places, and I try to make it where like it secures in a bunch of small places, not just one huge long, I do have a big long all the way across the room, but not just that. I also have a bunch of small places too. But if you don't have it secured, like with this one, in this place first, the rope's just gonna twist like this, and your chameleon's just gonna walk on it and flip over. So you can see I've got, and Boris can see Oliver right now, because what I also have is these curtains that I just let him out, but I'll pull the curtain out in front of the cage too, so they can't see each other. when one of them's out on free range, because if they can, that's exactly what happens right there. And I don't like that to happen. So if y'all have any questions about the rope or securing it or cages, this is Oliver's cage right here. And the more plants, places to hide, lots of stuff you have in there, the more secure they're gonna feel. And it's super important to have the tube UVB, because the other one, unless your chameleon is one that's lucky enough to be able to live outside most of the time, is not going to be able to get enough UVB. This is Gwenny's cage, and she's a quadricornis. She uses a much lower heat light because she doesn't require as much heat, but you can see she still has a lot of foliage and everything. Let's see if there's anything else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, but you can go to boristhechameleon.com and get the rope, which they absolutely love, and t-shirts. Thank y'all.